Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to talk about introduction to the existing service which we have seen. So in the previous service section, we have seen three different types of service. I'm just going to do a quick recap on those three services and then just going to press on with the Ingress related topics. So if you remember the topics, then you can actually skip to the next video. So this topic we're going to discuss about the cluster IP. So this is basically an setup in terms of browsing the applications with the local cluster IP, which is kind of not accessible from your Internet Explorer from your laptop. So think that this is your customer interface or your client browser. And this is basically your server. So that is what we are trying to simulate in our scenario as well. So this desktop of mine is my customer interface. And this virtual machine of ours is going to be our server. Like it could be a data center server, the local data center, or it could be on AWS or Azure or whatever, cloud computing. So to access it, now, with the cluster IP, we cannot actually access it from the external network because cluster IP is pretty much restricted to have a cluster within this particular, virtual machines itself. So you can access the cluster IP address and the server IP, the Kubernetes server IP address on each of these hosts, and as well as like the pod IP can also be accessed from this network. Now, apart from that, you cannot utilize this cluster IP. There's no scope for you. All right, so this is basically the cluster IP, the first segment which you have seen. And then the node IP opens up a whole new sector wherein which you have, firewall configured as part of your local machine's IP address. So this is basically the virtual machine's IP address or your server IP address where your pods are getting hosted. So this is we have divided the virtual machine into three divisions. One for your manager, which is 139, and then worker 1 is 137, worker 2 is 138. So that's how your laptop is connecting with these virtual machines. So, so the node port here enables us to browse from your laptop through the node port to access the service port of 80 and the target port of 80 port number over here. So that's basically which is running on your pod. So through this node port number, which is restricted to from 30,000 to a range of 32,767 to be precise. So that's the number of node port number you can establish within that range. So I'm giving this 30,036 over here, wherein which I'll be using the combination of either the manager IP address or your worker 1 IP address. So because this port number will be opened on all these servers, because service will be something which is running on all servers. So which means that I can actually access this service, and then through the service, I'll be able to access one of this worker node. So that's pretty much what I wanted to start in this video on the node port. And then we have the load balancer, where we actually have an extra feature where you have an external load balancer IP address, wherein you can provide that, and then customer will connect through the load balancer to access the service which is hosted on your on your server or your virtual machine in this scenario. So these are the three different varieties of what we have seen so far in terms of our service, though we have seen some more external and other kind of service, but then it's all from these three basic services, we are extracting all those things. So in this line, in the next video, we will be understanding about the different types of load balancer. And after that, we're going to understand about Ingress, how it's going to be different in this scenario. So now we will be understanding that we already have a port number to access your cluster, and that's this one, and it goes and connects with the service. But then Ingress gives you more options, so we will discuss it when we discuss about it. Thank you again for watching this video. I'll see you on the next one.